Hey, good afternoon, team. We see more participants joining. There has been a slight delay from our end due to some technical issues. Please stay connected. We would start the uh, session very soon. Team, please stay connected. We are just getting the trainer also joined. Allow us few more minutes, please. Hey, hi Sahil. Am I audible? Hi Sahil. Srikanth here from TeamLease. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. I was waiting for quite some time and I don't know why it has not started out.
Yeah, there had been some technical issue, and finally, we were not, able to reach Dinesh, right? And then we have just gotten here, Sahil. Sorry for the delay. Maybe if we are fine, we can start this now, Sahil.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Sure. Over to you, Sahil. And the entire team, we have the data analytics, free workshop session, right, where our, Sahil is going to take over this, right, from us. And, over to you, Sahil, for, the session.
Surely. All right. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Let's get started with our. So today is data analytics workshop. Give me a moment to share my screen. Uh, Shrikant, can you give me the presenter access?
Hey Sahil, I think you can present the screen.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, you are able to present it now?
yes, just a second. I am able to do it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Everyone, please confirm that you're able to see my screen. I'm representing a PPT here.
Yeah, we are able to see the screen, Sahil, from my side.
All right. And participants, can you also confirm the same? That you can hear me loud and clear and able to see the screen as well? Shrikant, can you just check if anyone can confirm? So we'll just proceed.
Team, can you all, at least few of you can confirm over the chat window at least whether you are able to see the screen. Team, are we audible?
Yes, yeah. They said they confirmed in the chat window, Shrikant. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. So today's topic is data analytics, right? Now, when we talk about data analytics, we need to understand that what is data analytics, what are the different techniques in which we can use data analytics, and what are the different industries, domains in which we will use the data analytics. So we'll say that data analytics is the process of examining raw data to uncover trends, patterns, and insights that helps in decision making. Now, when we say the statement, okay, that data analytics is the process of examining raw data to uncover trends, patterns, and insights. So we need to understand, first of all, that what is data analytics here, right? And now, as you can understand, the term, there are the two terms have been used here. One is data and another one is analytics. So data, as we know, is the collection of information and analytics is about analyzing that information. So when we use the techniques where we understand the hidden patterns, let's say that I have a retail data, and in that retail data, I want to understand that, what are the days on which I have the most high selling business. So those things are the basically patterns which is available in the data, and they're not directly available until unless we do any analysis on our data. So based on this data analysis, we say that data analytics is the process of examining the raw data. Now, the term raw data basically represents that information which has not been processed yet. All right. And then what are the techniques which we will use in the data analytics is we will use the techniques like data collection, cleaning, analysis, and visualization to transform complex data set into meaningful information. Now, what does it mean basically? Now, let's say that you are having the data coming from that multiple sources, either it is your CRM system or ERP system or anything else. So now when we have the data coming from these different systems, and when we combine them together so that we have a single unified view of the data and that we can convert this complex data set, that which can be multiple tables, multiple columns, different data formats, into something which looks useful for us. That is where we talk about the meaningful information. Guys, at any point of a time, have any questions, feel free to put them into the chat window and keep letting me know. So now when we talk about this business across different industries, which is finance, healthcare, retail, all these industries heavily rely on the data, because we say that data is the new oil. And considering the fact that we have been in the world where we take the decisions, data-driven decisions, and as these data-driven decisions are, as these data-driven decisions are the one, which really backed by the numbers, it becomes important for us to predict any behavior, to analyze any trend that should be done based on the data analytics. So now when we talk about the data analytics, we have multiple tools with us using which we can, say that data analytics, right? Now, having said that, we need to understand the techniques in more detail. And that is where we talk about the tools like Excel, tools like SQL, tools like relational databases, tools like Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense. These are the different platforms or the techniques or the tools using which we can perform the data analytics. So now when we talk about the types of data analytics, we need to understand that what are the four major types of the data analytics we have. So first is we have the descriptive analytics, which is about summarizing the historical data to understand the past performance. So example, let's say that you want to understand how your company has done in the last 5 years when it comes to selling a particular product. You would have that information in your system. And when you collect that information, understand based on the different month by month, year on year, quarter by quarter. So that is what something called as a descriptive analytics. Now, when it comes to the second, the type of analytics, what we have is diagnostic analytics. What is that is analyze the data to determine why something has happened. Let's say that you have realized that every year between March to June, your sales is at the lowest level. There can be different XYZ factors, probably, any geographical conditions has been changed, or your audience which you're catering is on holiday. So now when you need to understand that okay, why this is something has happened, that is what we call as a diagnostic analytic, to understand the reason behind it. Third one is the predictive analytics, which is talks about the future and the forecasting. Now, when we use any machine learning algorithms or the statistical models, which talks about the predictive analytics, example, we will like simple example, we will use in cricket. We will say that, okay, the current rate is 5 runs per over. And based on that, in the next 50 overs, it would be like 250 runs. So this is basically a part of a very small predictive analytics, right? Or what happens is we use that previous data which is available, and as per the same, we will push that data into our machine learning models or the statistical model, and we create some trends. So those trends are all based on the historical data what we have. So if we have done the descriptive analytics, then we can do the predictive analytics also. Similarly, now based on why something has happened, okay, we can take the recommendation for the future as well. And that is what something called as a prescriptive analytics provides recommendations on the best course of action. So let's say that if your sales were down between March to June, so what you are going to do to make sure that your sales remains up and tight, that is what something comes as a part of the prescriptive analytics. So as I said, there are the four type of analytics we have: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. Before moving further, any questions anyone have, feel free to ask me, guys. All right. So now when we talk about the next is first, now we're going to have a bit deep dive into the descriptive analytics, prescriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, and the predictive analytics. And what are the different terminologies related to that? So as we say, descriptive analytics technique summarizes large data set to describe outcomes to the stakeholders by developing key performance indicators. So this particular term, key performance indicators, which we call KPIs, right? They're very important. So example, let's say that you are dealing with the financial data, and obviously you need to understand that what I'm really looking here, right? Though what are those indicators which tell me that, whether my business is going in positive, business is going in negative, right? So, okay, so yes, everyone, please, as the team has said, you can write your questions in the Q&A option window, or you raise your hands as well, so that anytime you have any questions, we'll be aware about it. So now when we talk about this key performance indicator, these key performance indicators are basically to help us in tracking the success or failure of our result. So let's say that if I have to achieve a goal equal to 100, but if I'm able to achieve the goal is equal to 50 only, that means that that KPI is not in positive, and that showcase that we have not achieved the target, we have not met the target, and that is a failure for us because we have not matched the return on investment what we are talking about, right? Because for any industry, let's say that if you want to join a training, for you the return of investment would be that I should have a better package, I should have a job, it should reflect on my numbers what I'm withdrawing, I should gain knowledge. So you are expecting a return of investment. So that is why a descriptive analytics is directly related to the return of investment in any industry. And for that, what we have is we break down the descriptive analytics with the help of our reporting, with the help of our dashboard, data visualization, summarize business result, leverage data for insights, and interpret output for the predictive analytics. So with these descriptive analytics, what we will do is we will build a dashboard, we'll create a reporting mechanism, we will add a lot of visualizations, which gives us the information on our fingertips. And then we summarize those the business results so the business, the key stakeholders can take the decisions accordingly. And then we can do the leverage that data for better insights. And finally, whatever the output is going to be driven from the descriptive analytics, we are going to use that as input for our predictive analytics. Because as I said, predictive analytics is going to take the input from the descriptive analytics, as the descriptive analytics talks about the historical data and the predictive analytics talks about the futuristic trends. Next in the list, what we have is diagnostic analytics. It's very important. So now when we talk about the diagnostic analytics, right, as you say, after doing all this exercise, your question would be that what I'm going to achieve. What you're going to achieve is you will understand the trends in your data. You will understand the insights in your data. And with those trends insight, you will be able to figure it out whether there isn't any issue in the whether there is any issue in the operations or the mechanism, or any particular a task which is we are currently doing, or the mechanism which we are currently using, it is inefficient. Okay, so having said that, diagnostic analytics will help answers about why and why events happen. So let's say that if your sales is going down, by descriptive analytics, you can summarize and say that sales is down. But why the sales are down, that is something is going to be figured out with the help of the diagnostic analytics. So we'll say the diagnostic analytics helps answers about why events happen. Diagnostic analytics techniques supplement basic descriptive analytics, and they use the findings from the descriptive analytics to discover the cause of these events. So the event will be triggered and find out with the help of the descriptive analytics, but at the same time, the diagnostic analytics is going to be used to understand that why those event has happened. Next in the list, then we have is predictive analytics. So what we will say about the predictive analytics is we will understand the data, the past behavior of the data over the period of time. We'll say that predictive analytics help answers questions about what will happen in future, how we are going to understand it, what is the reason why it has happened in the future. And those inputs, when we will put in our in prediction model or in our machine learning model, it will help us think predicting the trends for the future. So you can say that the data which is already happened, the information which is already available, that is a fact, and the information which we're trying to predict is a trend. So there is a difference between a fact and a trend. Trend is something which will happen in the future, and fact is something which has already been executed in the past. So we'll say that predictive analytics help answers questions about what will happen in future. Predictive analytics techniques use historical data to identify trends and determine if they are likely to reoccur. Predictive analytics tools provide valuable insights into what might happen in the future. Next in the list, what we have is prescriptive analytics help answers question about which actions should be taken to achieve a goal or target. By using insights from prescriptive analytics, organization can make data-driven decisions. So now if we will talk about at the beginning, what we said that if you talk the prescriptive type of data analytics, prescriptive analytics is basically going you to the provide you the recommendation. So if you look at the flow, descriptive comes first, then based on what we summarize, we will look for the reason for that. Based on that reason and the summary, we look for the trend for the future and what trends in the future we are getting. Based on that, we are going to decide our course of path, because it is not necessary that the trends is something which is in favor. So let's say that the trends which we have is not in favor, looking at our history, then we need to use our prescriptive analytics to decide the recommendation so we can have the better insights on our data. So this is what we will say. Prescriptive analytics help answers questions about which actions should be taken to achieve a goal. All right, there is a question here. Can we get the recording of the session? So prescriptive analytics says that helps answers about which action should be taken to achieve a goal or target. By using insights from prescriptive analytics, organizations can make data-driven decisions. So if you will see that right now in the hierarchy, the difficulty and what value they're bringing first is the descriptive analytics, then the diagnostic analytics, then the predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics is about shaping the future by taking the right decisions, and it is applicable for any and every industry what we have. Right? Anyone, any questions so far? Feel free to raise your hand or let us know if you want to ask anything. We will unmute you and you can go ahead. Yes, Sudhir, we will see what best we can do in the recording. The team will, revert on that and share the details with you. Now, there is something called data collection. So when we talk about this term, data collection, what we refer to that is, we say that it involves about gathering the raw data from the multiple sources. Now, you would have heard this term again, the raw data. So what is really a raw data? Raw data is that information which has not yet been which is just generated directly from the source. Example, let's say that the the right now we are talking, right? I'm talking and we are generating this information. So this information is a raw information. Now, when I start finding the insights from this information, okay, that becomes the meaningful data. Example, we know that this particular webinar is going on right now, which is on the data analytics. And based on this webinar, how many students really learn that that is some analysis is going to be required and helpful for me. So having said that, the information which is generated directly from a source or the multiple sources, either it is in form of audio, video, census data, IoT data, cloud data, text, file, PDF, anything, the data which is generated in the multiple forms, that is being considered as your raw data. At the same time, when we analyze this information, when we start understanding the behavior of this information, that gives us the meaningful insight. So what we will say is that this involves gathering The data collection involves gathering raw data from multiple sources, such as databases. Now there are the multiple type of databases we have the SQL databases like SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL. Then we have NoSQL databases like MongoDB, Couchbase, Redis, etc. And then either we get the data from APIs and the web scraping, data in form of spreadsheet, CSV file, cloud data warehouses, sensor data. These all are the information which is available as a raw data for us. Now, in the step of analytics, right, the first step is always about collecting the data, and the second step is about cleaning the data, which we call it as the pre-processing. Why? Let's say that you are getting some information about a business where a lot of transactions goes into the category of either failure or either into the category of not done, but your analysis does not really required that kind of information. So in that case, what happens is that as that information is not really required, what you want to do is you want to skip that information. You don't want that information as a part of your analysis. So that is where the data cleaning and the data pre-processing comes into the picture. So what we will say is before analysis, raw data needs to be cleaned and structured, handling missing data using methods like imputation, deletion, or interpolation, removing duplicates. Let's say that in the source multiple entries are coming and a few of them is duplicate, so we should clean the data. Then correcting inconsistency. Let's say that you're getting the data from the 5 different geographies, and the way every geography is storing the data is different. Let's say someone is storing the date and time into date, month, year format. Somewhere the data is stored into month, date, year format, and multiple different format. Let's say in terms of currency, text, etc. So having said that, as there can be the inconsistency into the data, but the thing is when we have to do the analysis on the data, it is very important that we should do have the data which is consistent. And to have this consistency on the data, is it is very important that we structure the data also accordingly. Please do. Right. Now, when we talk about the different methods, so example, there are the different techniques using which we can do the data inconsistency removal. Example, you can use tools like SQL, you can use tools like Power BI, you can tools like Excel, which practically will help you in the implementation of the same. Then handling the outliers. So example, let's say that you have certain value which is not going to be the part of your system. Let's say that you are working on medical data where you can see that some hypertension is above 1,000. So in that case, this is a wrong value. So what you can do is you can always have the outliers, which is going to identify that extreme values for the data set what you're using and help you in the better cleansing of your data. And finally, what you have is the data transformation, converting the data type, normalizing, aggregating the data. So either your data type, let's say that you want to convert varchar to integer, string to integer data, or date to integer, or date to varchar. So all those transformation is also important, which comes again as a part of the data cleansing process. Now, when we talk about the data analytics, so as we said, right, first is about the data collection, that we need to have the data. Then second is about the data cleaning. And once the data is ready, is clean, then what we need to do is we need to talk about the data visualization. Because why we want to visualize the data, not just keep it clean and let it be in the table. Because to take any decisions or to understand that how is our data, it is important for us to look and visualize the data. And as per the human eyes, we will be able to take the decisions faster and better when we understand the data in the visualized form. So that is why the data visualization is important. And it is about presenting the process data into the graphical format, either in form of bar graph, chart graph, etc. Right? So that becomes the important method where we talk about the graphical representation of the data. Anyone, any questions so far? right? Next, what we have is the key data visualization techniques. As we know, when we visualize the data, so it can be in form of bar charts, column charts, line charts, pie chart, donut charts, scatter plot charts, etc., and the heat map, because each one of them is having a useful method to represent the data, and that is what we are going to showcase. So when we do the bar chart and the column chart, it helps us in comparing the categories and tracking the trends over the time. When we do the line chart, basically any changes over the period of time is also going to be important. When it comes to the pie chart and the donut chart, it used for displaying the proportions and the percentages. Let's say that you want to see which category contributes how much in the percentages, then the pie chart and the donut charts are your go-to charts which you can have. Then you have your scattered plot chart, which is used then you have your scattered plot chart, which is useful for identifying the relationships and the correlation between the two variables. Meaning, example, let's say that you want to see how the population of a country is growing every year. So you need to analyze the two numbers, population and year, which is going to be one on your x-axis and one is going to be in your y-axis. So both things can be done with the help of your scattered plot chart. And the last what we have is
Sahil, we are not able to hear you.
yeah, sorry. Right. So now when we talk about the heat maps, it talks about representing the data density and highlight variations using the color intensity, right? So these are basically the different chart visualizations we have, and every one of it have its important. Either we talk about histogram, either we talk about maps, tree map, Gantt chart, dashboard. Everyone is having on its own purpose. Now, when we talk about the three important data analytics tool which we have in the today's time is we have Power BI. One of the in the today's time from the last 10 years, Power BI has launched. It has seen a tremendous growth. I myself is a certified Power BI instructor, Microsoft Power BI instructor, and taught about it from a very long time. SQL is there from the ages. When it comes to the data analytics, anything and everything can come and go, but SQL is something which will remain. It is there from the last 50 plus years because that is the baseline for any data analytics person who wants to have. And then Excel, when you want to have an ecosystem where you can store the data and do the data analytics as well, then Excel is one of the powerful method what we have as well. So today what we are going to do is we'll have a demonstration using the Excel and showcase you that how Excel can be used as a part of our mechanism as well when it comes to the data analytics. So before we do the demonstration, let's quickly understand what are the other two platforms also we have. So Power BI is from Microsoft, is a business intelligence and the data visualization tool developed by Microsoft. Whatever we just talked about, right? Either it is data transformation, data cleaning, data visualization, everything can be done with a single platform, which we have Power BI. All right, we have another question here. Could you please pin the shared screen? Uh, so what is that?
So it's
Shita?
already pinned. Uh, Diditi, are you not able to see the screen? It's already pinned, right? Sahil, please go ahead.
Sure thing. So when we say Power BI is a business intelligence and the data visualization tool developed by Microsoft, it allows users to connect, transform, and visualize data. Whatever we talked about right now, transformation, data cleaning, data connectivity, different chart, everything is possible when it comes to the Power BI. Now, the next what we have is SQL. Next is Excel. So Excel is one of the widely used tool because as we know, Excel exists again from the last 30 plus years. More than that, we have seen how Excel has grown over a period of time by handling the structured data, okay, which is in form of rows and column. We can perform the calculations, we can create the basic to some advanced level visualization, and to handle the small scale complex data tasks, it is one of the still go-to tool even after having so many data analytics tools into the market. And the last but not the least, SQL. SQL exists from 1970s, more than 50 years, I would say. Okay, we have another question here. It's too small on the top right. I've joined from the So SQL is a programming language used to manage and analyze relational databases where we can store. So as I said, SQL stands for your, okay, sorry, another question. So as we talk about that, it is used to store, retrieve, and manipulate and analyze a large data set efficiently. And when you talk about the relational data sources, right, where we are going to store the information, SQL is one of the first choice which anyone will have when it comes to the data analysis. Yes, it does not have a direct connectivity or something related to the visualization, but when you have to analyze the data, create the tabular reports, you can do it directly just within the SQL by dealing with it by storing the data into the SQL systems. So let's have a quick demonstration before we will proceed further and understand about it. So give me a second. I'll reshare my screen within an example and we'll proceed.
People, if you have any questions, what you can do is either you can write in your Q&A box or you can raise your hand. We will unmute yourself so that you can speak to instructor directly. Just a second, Raja. Yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask the question if you have.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Sir, this course is how much of cost and cost of details of this courses, sir?
So Raja,
Plus,
our team will reach out to you, right, about the structure of the course, content, fee, and etc. You'll get the
okay.
email from them, and you will also get the call from the team. Is it okay?
Okay. Okay, sir. It's okay, fine.
All right.
And then you explain also vivid for the explanation is very good, sir. I understand that clearly.
Mhm.
So thanks for your explanation. That honest. A little
All
bit
right.
doubt on.
So, Raja, it would be a purely, practical based program because most of the time, I mean, 80% of the time spent on the practical, the
Okay.
use cases, the case studies and all, so that,
Okay.
the participant or the learner not only will understand the concept, but
Okay.
also understand, how to work in the data side of it, right? How to analyze the data, how to visualize the data,
Okay.
how to make a decision basis on the data and etc. Like the
Okay.
way Sahil is demonstrating. So it is
Okay.
purely a kind of practical oriented, practical based, training program.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
but this one-to-one or group of the going on classes, sir?
See, the classes will happen over the weekend, right? I
Okay.
mean, Saturday or Sunday, basis on the
Okay.
availability. So it would
Okay,
be a
sir.
kind of 4 hour session, on Saturday or Sunday. So depend
Okay.
upon the duration, we'll schedule the training program. Will not disturb your daily schedule, because we know we all of you are busy in your day-to-day work.
No,
That's the reason we'll
weekend
schedule
is
this class only on
best
the
for me.
weekend.
Weekend is best for me, so no problem. Weekend you have any time. I am ready to now. Then how
Fantastic,
many
right?
days? And then the course duration is how much, and the cost of the course, that only I
We'll
asking,
will
sir.
reach out to you, Raja. We'll share each and every detail with you. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sure. So
Sahil,
let's
please go ahead.
yeah. Right. So as we are talking about today, Excel is a platform which we will use the data analytics, right? And you can see here what I'm representing right now, that I have a data set. I have a data set which is about, yeah, I have a data set here, which is about, retail, you can say, billionaire statistics data set row. And you have the categories, you have the person's information. You can see there the different, I mean, you took the billionaires data set like Bernard Assault family, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Larry Ellison, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Michael Bloomberg, etc. Mukesh Ambani from India is the real data set. Their country, city, source, industry, are they a self-made, billionaire, or they have been by family? What is the gender? What is the name, first name? What is their total worth in terms of a billion? So there is a birth year, month, day, CPI, country, GDP, etc., life expectancy of the country, tax revenue collection system, total tax currently rate. So you can see here there's a good amount of the data which we have. And now just keeping this data into the Excel, what we have done is we have analyzed our data into the different buckets now. So with this, what we can see that we have identified the top 10 billionaires and their, some of the worth and how much they're contributing together, the top 10 billionaires there together. So we can see that. Then what is the age bracket for the same? How many people are there who is into the age of 30 to 40, how many between 40 to 50? So we can 60 to 70, 90 to 100. So we can say that the people between 60 to 70 count for the most number of billions as of now, and combined together we can say that it is, so as a total data set is 475. Here you can see that, and we have aggregated them into the different buckets. Now from which industry they are coming from? Either they're coming from an automotive industry. What is the top rich list we have? What are the billionaires by age they are doing? If you want to filter it, let's say that you want just the male data, you want to filter the female data, you want to have the combine it together. So you can see that this is completely has been driven just using the Excel. Either it is a self-made, so I will say if it is a self-made, So the statistics change based on what filters we are applying to our data set. So you can understand that what we can do with the Excel itself, that we can have these kind of analysis just into the Excel, where we can aggregate and provide you the information, where we can aggregate and showcase the information, where we can create these dynamic visualizations of the different form. We can do the labeling, etc. And moreover, when you want to understand the data in form of a tabular format, you can have those data created into the tabular format as well. So you can see that here now this is a pivoted table which we have created based on the data set what we have, right? And similarly, we have further, found out our data. We have calculating, we have done the multiple calculations, mean, median, standard, mode. All these different informations has been calculated here directly into the Excel by applying the different formulas. You can see that we have applied here the series of formula referring the sheets with each other. So if you want to see just from the healthcare industry, let's say you want to see the female. So there are the two females from the healthcare industry who are, let's say, not self-made. Yes. And if someone look for the self-made, so the data comes accordingly. You want to look from the energy industry. We have no female as of now. For the male, yes, there are. We'll talk about the fashion and retail. Yes, there are. If you talk about female, there are the two. So you can see that this is what you're going to learn to understand your data. Now, if you will present this to your manager, to your boss, who is looking to do this data analytics, and your data is just was in the form of Excel, but with the help of the data analytics visualization, we are able to clean the data, we are able to perform calculations, aggregation of our data, and provide you with these results. So this is what the crux will look like when we finally go into the training also for the data analytics, right? Guys, let me know if there have any questions on the same. Okay, let's just look into the case studies what we have. So when it comes to the data analytics, how we have just done a quick analysis based on the data set what we have, right? Let's say that you want to do the data analytics for a retail data set, a multinational retail company, which is facing many challenges in managing their inventory and predicting the customer demand across the store. So what we have done is by implementing the data analytics across the point of sale, we have captured the customer feedback and supply chain reports. Now, with the help of SQL, we have queried the large data sets to track the sales performance and inventory levels. And with the help of Power BI as our dashboard, we have showcased in the real time. And with the help of Excel, we have done the ad hoc analysis. So you can and provide the financial reporting. So if you are into the financial domain, retail domain, or in inventory or the supply chain, right? Then data analytics, the combination of these tools like Excel, Power BI, and SQL is going to help you in making it decisions better and providing the results, the hidden insights on your data. Another from a healthcare point of view, let's say that you are dealing with the hospital data where there is a struggle because of the long patient time and inefficient resource allocation. So saying what we have done is we will capture the data in form of a SQL. We will understand with the help of Power BI to how we want to do have a lot of patient flow. What is the emergency room wait time and what is the doctor availability in the real time, and with the help of Excel, we will be able to do the detailed cost analysis and budgeting so we can allocate more resources accordingly and we will have a improvement in the operational efficiency and the enhanced customer satisfaction. Now, in terms of today's job market for the data analytics, you can say that it's a huge roles are available. Anyone who is looking to make their career into the data analytics, it is one of the high demand job paying career as of now. Diverse career path, you can be a data analyst, you can become a business intelligence analyst, you can become a data scientist, machine learning, but the foundation would remain same in terms of a salary, either it is in India or overseas, the salary would remain, very competitive. Companies are integrating AI, and with the integration of AI and the data analytics, it becomes a very high demand job into the market. Okay, there is a question. Sir, I can get certificate on this course. Yes, Himanshu, once you go with the training, you will be having provided a certificate from the TeamLease. And if you look for any official certification, which will be from Microsoft, as we will be using tools like Excel, Power BI, SQL, you need to write an exam. TeamLease is an OEM partner, a certified Microsoft partner, and you will be able to write an exam and get the certificate from there as well on having a successful completion on your exam. So in the today's time, this becomes an essential skill set that you need to have understanding of SQL, Power BI, Excel, because these are the high skills available into the market. And either you are a freelancer or either you are working for a industry and either you're from any domain, either finance, healthcare, logistics, this gives you a perfect suit and this gives you a perfect opportunity to enhance your career as well. So from the demonstration point of view and the webinar we all, please guys feel free to share your questions now in the chat window or unmute yourself and ask the questions if you have any. All
Okay,
right.
thanks, Sahil. Guys, please ask your questions if you have, or raise your hand to ask your questions.
R meaning courses. Sorry, what is that, Raja? What you are referring here to R? You mean R programming language?
Sir, that full form, sir, I am asking.
R is a programming language, Raja.
Program. Oh, okay. So the Python, R, and then SQL also there. That I asking.
Yes, so Python is again a programming language, R is a programming language, SQL is a
R is React. That means R is React or anything.
no. R is R programming language. R is not what we are talking about is not React. We are just talking about R, which is an open source programming
Okay.
language, which we
Okay.
use for data analytics, visualization, statistical computing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Pramod, yes, please still. Karimullah, Sahid, yes, please
Pramod,
share
you
your.
can unmute yourself. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, Pramod.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Yeah, ये Power BI को
Pramod, can you hear us?
I'm saying what is the duration of Power BI course?
See, there are the two different codes under Power BI. One is Power BI Fundamental, another is Power BI, advanced program. And the duration of these programs are different. One of the program is of, let's say, 8 hours. Another program is of, 24 hours.
Okay, thank you.
Can't speak my chat. Hello, audio is
Anjalika, you can raise your hand. I will unmute you so that you can speak.
Sharma, yes, during the detailed training, you will have a detailed class. This is an hour's webinar, which we're just giving the glimpse that what is data analytics and how it can help you in career. And during the detailed training program, you will be taken through in depth about the all the programs and with the hands-on examples.
Yeah, Anjalika, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Yes, my question is can we have this session in detail form? Because it's a very short session, so I would like to go ahead with the more details.
Sure. So, Anjalika, these are, a kind of 1 hour session, right?
Okay,
Wherein, we try and provide the kind of glimpse of, the technology or the product so that
okay,
you have the idea what type of the product is, right? What is the capability of the
yes,
tool is, right? If you are looking a kind of more and depth, learning about the particular program, uh,
okay.
the team will reach out to you, right, and will share all entire details with you for the deep level understanding and the learning of the program.
Yes, I would like you please send me all the details. I would love to do that.
Sure, Angelica. Thank you so much. We'll reach
Thank
out to
you.
you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Karimullah Sayyed, yes, since we are, one of the this recruitment and staffing is our core business. So, learning for our associate is a primary key for us. And basis on the learning, we want you people should be future ready, and you can enhance your skills. You can get a better salary, better package, and better appraisal as well. So don't worry, we'll support you, to the fullest, right? And I mean, it's just that how prepared you are, how capable you are, what all latest technology and trend . So keep on learning, please. Uh, Layappan, yes, it is recorded session. We'll share you the recording and the thank you email with the PPT which Sahil was presenting to each one of you. Himanshu, Power BI course is available on our portal under the Empowered platform. So you need to, log in onto, not log in, you need to browse the TeamLease digital website, click onto the Empowered option, and then after search the course called Power BI. You will find two Power BI codes, Power BI Fundamental and Power BI Advanced. See all entire details available on the platform itself. However, we will send across to you about all the details. Sure, Ashish, will send all the details to you along with the platform detail of platform URLs and etc. Gurmeet, same for you, right? We'll send all entire detail. The learning team members will reach out to you. We'll send the email, right, with all entire details. We will coordinate further and we'll ensure that, right, the smooth coordination and the other steps should be in place. There should not be any problem in terms of learning any of the tools and technologies from TeamLease itself. We can assure you, once the program will start, you will not only understand the concept of the theory but also will implement lots of the hands-on, lots of case studies, lots of practice would be there, so that you would be confident once you will finish your training, and you can go back to your respective managers, supervisors and etc, right? Say that, hey, look, I had this current skills, but now I have upgraded on this particular new data analytics and visualization tool. I mean, can I really work and can I get a project related to that? Yes. So I mean, upgrading all of these emerging trend of the technologies, definitely you will enhance your career, you will enhance your skills, and you will have the growth in your professional journey as well. Ashish will connect you and contact you. Himanshu, yeah, okay. Anybody else? I think Yogesh has some questions. Yogesh, please unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to understand this is a good initiative by TeamLease to provide technical information. So, would this be a regular exercise, or it will be like once a week or something? Or
Yogesh, you are right. Since this is a new initiative, for our all associates, the idea is only one. Our associate should be upgraded. They should upgrade their skills so that they should be future ready, right? And that's the reason we have taken this initiative for our associates, so that the associate can have a betterment in their life. The associate can have a growth in their professional journey. These
right?
kind of sessions will continue to be happen. So we have planned 3 sessions in this particular month and subsequently, so we'll continue to do this 2 or 3 sessions every month.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And
So,
once the session will be organized, the way we are sending the emails, WhatsApp and all of this, will continue to send, so that you will be aware of. And if you are interested, you can register yourself and attend these kind of programs as well.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Any question, Raja? If you want to speak, you can
If you
unmute.
have any tie-up with any companies, also welcome, like for training. If, you
What type of tie-up you are talking about?
collaboration, like you have those learning portals like LinkedIn. Just I'm
So
giving
I
an
tell you,
example.
I mean, see, we are, one of the largest recruitment and staffing organization, right? And one of the business unit of TeamLease is into the learning space, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
we provide the learning, I mean the training for our corporate customers. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, let's say you are an employee of TeamLease, right? We're working for XYZ customer. We are
Mm-hmm.
not only doing the training program for our internal employees, but we
Mm-hmm.
are also doing the training program for the customers as well. So those
Okay.
people who are the core employee or the customer, like Cognizant, Accenture, IBM,
Mm-hmm.
Kindle, or maybe Sony, or if you take a name of the customer, right? We are working with them and we are delivering the training session for them, right? Day and day night, right? So all
Right.
of these core employees of the customers are being trained by us, because we have an expert and experienced faculty members or the instructors, right? Like Sahil is one of the experienced instructor in the field of data analytics, right? And visualization tool. He's also Microsoft certified instructor as well. He's carrying lots of certifications
Okay.
also. He himself helped lot many
Okay.
corporate and the customers, right, in the journey of the data analytics and the data visualization too, right? It's not about
Okay.
the training delivery. but we are doing the consulting for our customers also. We are helping them in supporting them how to analyze the data, how to visualize the data, how to take the decision right basis on the data, how you can really predict all of those things before it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a full-fledged training company, right, or training unit who will support you and help you for your enhancement of the skills.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as partnership is concerned, we are Microsoft partner, we are PeopleSet partner, we are a partner for VMware, we are partner for let's say Citrix. So we have a we are a partner of Informatica. So we have the partnership with these OEMs, which means we can do the authorized training as well as we can provide you the certification vouchers. I mean the exam
Mm.
vouchers.
Okay. So, if I want to get a certification, something, a serious kind of a training, how do I involve myself? Like, let's say, uh, end of the week, twice a week, or kind of.
See, I tell you, all of these training happen, over the weekend. Okay.
Okay.
And these trainings will be virtual. All of those trainings will be recorded. The recording sessions will be shared with you
Okay.
through the LMS. Reference material and the course material will be shared to you through the LMS, right?
Uh-huh.
And I mean, once you will complete your training session, right, uh, in front of your instructors and all, right, you will get your training completion certificate from TeamLease Digital. And
Mm-hmm.
if you are interested to sit into the global certification, right, from the let's say Microsoft for Power BI, we will give you the Power BI, certification vouchers, wherein
Okay.
you have to write the exam for Microsoft, and then after if you clear it, you will get a certification from the Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that is a training which I'm interested, so how do I go forward? Like,
So our team will reach out to you, Yogesh. Don't worry, right?
acha, okay.
I mean, the learning team will reach out to you to who will provide you each and every detail, and who will
Okay.
help you and support you to get the admissions into the training program.
Okay. Okay. It will be a chargeable program, or it is a free of cost? How do you?
See, this session, 1 hour session, is free of cost for everyone, right?
Mhm.
But after that, if you are looking a kind of short-term programs, if you are looking a kind of the long-term program, these are
Mhm.
chargeable, but the charges are very nominal.
Okay. Okay.
See, the
So
idea
that
is
means
not to earn the
which
money,
working with
Yogesh.
yeah. Sorry, you're saying something. Sorry.
Yogesh, the idea is not to really do a business, right? The
Correct.
idea is how we can really help you and support you to enhance your skills so
Okay.
that our associate will be future ready. That's only the purpose of, the
Okay.
learning initiative is.
Fine. So there's definitely an advantage working with team leads. Yeah.
Thank you
Agreed.
so much, Yogesh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any question, anybody who would like to ask any question, please feel free to ask. Okay, I don't think so. The people have the questions. Sahil, thank you so much and thanks for your time. Gentlemen, I'm really sorry because of my internet connectivity. This session started little late. I'm really extremely apologize for the same, but I will make sure I will this will not be repeated in future again. Thanks for your time. I'm sure you must have learned something out of this 1 hour product workshop. uh, the detailed and everything will be shared with you. We will also share you the recorded link, right, so that you can see this I mean webinar. We will also send you the PPTs. We will also send you the detail of the courses, right, so that you can browse it, and we will reach out to you, right, for any sort of details. We will help you and support you for your enhancement of the skills. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Thanks, Sahil. Uh, Really appreciated it, and once again, I'm really sorry for this delay.
Thanks everyone. Bye.